The next witness, I believe, is Jordan Goyet. Jordan, you're on the air before the House Judiciary Committee. You can testify.
Thank you, Chairman Craven and members of the Judiciary Committee. I'd like to strongly urge you to support Rep. Henry's bill to criminalize custodial sexual assault between peace officers and people in their custody. Currently, Rhode Island is just one of 10 states that do not criminalize this heinous type of abuse of authority. If over 90% of the country agrees that it should be prohibited, then why isn't it good enough for Rhode Island? Again, it's been mentioned before during this hearing that when you tell people about this type of bill, one of the first questions that mostly gets brought up often is, how is this not already prohibited? And I think it was said best earlier when by the sponsor herself that permission becomes compromised in the presence of authority. I mean, in one way or another, this is someone in the custody of someone who has at least a baton if they're a correctional officer, and if they're a police officer, they have a gun. That alone presents a major power imbalance. And if someone abuses their authority to this extent, it should go a lot further than just taking away their certification or anything like that. They need to be held accountable, and that victim deserves justice. You can think of all the ways this can be abused in such a way where someone who is undocumented be told, if you just stay in the back of this police cruiser with me, I won't take you to immigration. Is there a set where you can say, if you don't get in the back of this police car with me, maybe I won't take you to jail. You can think of all the different circumstances that can just result in heinous, gross abuses of power. And this isn't creating a law that targets a specific profession. This is simply adhering to the high standards our society sets upon the sacred position of law enforcement, the people who are sworn to protect and serve their populations. If I was a police officer and I thought that someone riding in the car next to me was a predator who would abuse their badge for their own personal gratifications, yeah, I want that person out of the uniform. I want them locked up. And yeah, they should have that stain on their record to live with forever as a sex offender. I fully appreciate that you're hearing testimony on this bill to inform your positions on it and inform your deliberations. I fully appreciate the committee process of working out the different tweaks of the bill that need to be made. But as it's been said before, last session, the General Assembly enacted a lot of new different statutes, the banning child marriage, a statute on child prerogative that's already been used at least in one prosecution, a new statute ordained to better protect cyclists and pedestrians. All those were great bills that needed to be passed. And they were worked over well and finally made into something that could pass muster. I hope you'll do this with the same, as it's been said already. Something like this should be a slam dunk. So thank you.